I have some very unfortunate news. Or it doesn't even have to be news, it's just events and circumstances. And it's not even shocking because I would have come to expect it. Because then I totally realized last week before I got the call, because I was going to go to my mom's for her birthday anyways. The problem is though, is that I had to stay over to quote unquote babysit the kids. Well, is it really babysitting if the two brothers that I'm babysitting is 13 and 12 respectively? And besides, you didn't ask the cousin downstairs to just take care of them, watch over them? What's the fuss about asking my cousin? I find that very interesting. And of course my older brother had to work. But that's not the big issue. And it's not even a bigger issue of what they did to me just today. And we had a repeat last night of what happened last month. Like the first couple of days before everything just piled up. Because I did tell them last month that I was never going to sniff this church space ever again. But guess what? I was standing on business 1000%. I was like, no. I gave some attitude, telling me I'm going to church, and they got pissed. I'm like, did you forget about last month? Did we totally forget about how I was not going back? Having to stay for the week, it wasn't even my choice anyways, but staying for the weekend is a mistake. I need to not do that again. Yesterday overall was just so bad. Like, oh my goodness, with my little brothers constantly fighting. Oh my goodness, it's just, they're just so irritating. They don't listen to me. Bro, we were supposed to sleep a little bit earlier, and they kept me up for an extra 2.5 hours because they didn't want to freaking sleep. So I couldn't sleep myself. Bro, I didn't sleep that much yesterday. So that's one. And even if I say that's one, I'm just going all over the place, because that's exactly what this weekend felt like. It was, I couldn't slow down. I couldn't prioritize myself weekend. Because, understandably so, Friday was my mom's birthday. My initial plan, before I ultimately realized that my mom had her concert tonight, was I was gonna just stay there for Friday and then just head on home. The problem is though, is that, again, they had the concert. So guess what? Somebody gotta quote unquote watch them. Bro, have my cousins watch them. What? Is it a big ask for your cousins to watch them? How do you not trust your cousin? Like, what if I was busy that Sunday? What if? But even if I wasn't busy, y'all need to stop overusing me, over relying on me when it comes to certain stuff like that. Because what if I start work? What if I start a job and I start working on Sundays? What if I work Sundays? Then what? I find that very fascinating that this whole weekend has just been one of the most disastrous weekends yet. But I can't really express it IRL because, of course, if I were to say anything IRL that prioritizes and expresses my own self, it's like I'm schizophrenic and I'm insane. I can never just express myself fully without people, whether creating World War III over it, making a big deal out of it, or I have to dumb myself down. Dude, yesterday I had to dumb myself down. We had a repeat of what happened last month. With the whole conversation, I didn't want to go back. Oh, but Mr. Sheen, now all of a sudden you don't want to go back. What did they do to you? Oh, if I told you what they did to me, if I told you what they did to me, you would call me insane. You would call me crazy. You would escalate anything and everything further and further when it doesn't need to be. There was no reason for me to escalate the conflict, quote unquote, further and further, man. There's just no reason to tell you guys anything. I lack trust. And there is no level of consistency of trust to where I can fully rely on you guys. Bro, you guys literally rebuked me for having a mental breakdown for church because I was overwhelmed and exhausted and constantly going every single Sunday. But now you want me to fully open up and be truly honest with you when you told me to shut up and dribble last October? What do you expect me to do? It's pretty crazy. It's time to pick up some food and then I'll get back into the chase of things. I know some of the people there were not present in, that space. Because we were going to a park, but they were doing a singles retreat, so some of them were not there and not present. However, the people that I saw, I just had to swallow my pride. I had to just lay off any distraught and deceitfulness that I had of these people. It was so hard, dude. It was so hard. I'm too grown for this BS, bro. It's not even just because of the own choices thing. It was also because, do you not understand what conversation that we had about a month ago? Or literally a month ago. A whole month ago, I was talking to you about how I don't want to be there anymore. And I'm standing my ground. And the moment that I do, it was like World War III happened. Right in front of my eyes. When will I be able to prioritize myself for me? When will people stop assuming that I don't want to go back because now all of a sudden... How do you come up with such stupid questions and stupid assumptions of me too? Like, for example, how do you go one day and you believe in God and the next you don't? It's called growing up, firstly. Secondly, it's called understanding, for example, like when you grow up and you realize that the tooth fairy is not real. Yeah, something like that, bro. Or maybe I do have a relationship with Jesus, but I don't need a freaking church to tell me what to do all the damn time. All the atheism, Nazism thingy. I don't know what you're trying to... Why are you viewing it like it's some of the worst things that you ever heard? You make it seem like it's some type of crime. You make it seem like it's like some form of terrorism. It's not. It's literally you just don't believe in God and supernatural beings, bro. Agnosticism is you don't even know if a God literally exists. And Gnosticism... Did I say agnosticism? Agnosticism is literally you don't know if a God exists at all. You feel indifferent. Gnosticism is there is God or plenty of gods, but you're not attached to a church or you're not attached to some cult. This church is a cult, bro. Bro. Even when I was sitting down and just observing, I was daydreaming majority of the time anyways. Bro. I was standing on business. Like, this is a cult. This is brainwashing. Stop acting like you're above high moral ground. You're above Catholic. Bro, yesterday you were doing the whole Catholics gimmick again. Like, stop. Like, just because Catholics are not us, it doesn't mean that Catholics are a discrepancy, bro. It's pretty lame. It's genuinely lame. How are you gonna trash talk Catholics when Catholicism and Christianity are the exact same thing, brother? Just because a chunk of Catholics don't actually get brainwashed by over-relying on the Bible, over-relying on a book to tell them what to do or tell them to be a good person, It doesn't mean that their morals are corrupt or fucked up. It just means that they understand that the Bible is not real life, bro. And they can balance that. But you think because their whole lives doesn't revolve around a freaking book. Now all of a sudden, they're sinners. They can just do whatever they want. They can just curse and they can just go back to church. The freaking irony. You guys do the exact same thing, but 10 times worse even. It can be a comeuppance to that. Like, well, I do sin, but at least I sin properly. Like, what? Dude, that's exactly like how you sound. Like, you tell Catholics that they're sinning so degenerately, but you say, I sin properly. Get out of my face, bro. I am so tired and exhausted of not only that space, but I'm exhausted that my own freaking bloodline, most of my bloodline, that's not my own brothers, that's not my stepbrother, that's not my half-brother. They're so easily gullible, bro. Anything and everything you tell them, they just automatically believe without doing their own research, having their own life experience. They just get told what to do by other people, and they just automatically believe it, bro. It's ridiculous. They don't even have to. Dude, I don't even believe. He keeps talking about science and God and how that interconnect. Dude, you read the Bible. You go to a Bible-based fundamentalist church. You should not be believing in science at that point. Dude, science is supposed to be something that should be beyond second. It should not even be a nature. I was going to say second nature, but it should be beyond that. Like, it should not be a thing. Like, you're not supposed to believe in science because you're supposed to only believe in the Bible, because the Bible has everything. It has a history. You guys don't live in reality. You criticize other people for not living in reality, but look at you. Oh my goodness, it's so aggravating. Each and every time. I can't come to New York on the weekends. I can't. And they think that I don't want to come spend time. They think I don't want to socialize. They think I want to do my own thing and just stay home. Stop being an idiot, okay? Stop being an idiot. You think if I stay home, I'm just gonna lay around? No, it's nice outside. I would go outside and go to the park or go to the trails. Stop being an idiot. Stop being close-minded for once, okay? Like, I was not gonna just stay home and just lay around. I was gonna go outside and do my thing. But instead, I had to go and see a bunch of idiots that I don't like. I have to experience them and I have to mask myself. That's what I did today. I had to do that majority of the weekend. Bro, it's gonna get to a certain point. I feel so much more and more disconnected each and every time I come back. It's getting so infuriating, frustrating. That sounds very redundant. But I'm too upset and too disappointed and too gullible and too sad to make sense right now. Or to make perfect sense. I'm too all over the place. Me not being able to at least be considered, be understood, is lackadaisical to me. Just, all you have to do was just understand, I do not want to be there. I do not want to be around those people anymore. But they think that, but what the church, I don't think the church has done anything to you, though. But if I were to tell you what they've done to me, you would have probably indirectly called me a schizophrenic. You probably would have indirectly called me an insane person that needs mental, psychic ward help. I can't tell you guys anything. I can't. Because if I were to tell you guys something that happened to me, I'm wrong. I'm wrong for feeling this way. I know what it is. I already know. I can already predict. We've been through this plenty of times. You have rebuked me for not shutting up and dribbling. Literally, when I had a mental breakdown at church for the overwhelming nature of church. One of the guys at church that I thought was good, I thought was a brother, rebuked me for missing church for a family emergency. A family emergency. And I was 1 week fresh from getting my wisdom tooth pulled. And he thinks he has the audacity. Dude, I'm 1 year older than him. And he thinks he has the audacity to one-up me and try to tell me that, oh, I'm not doing what God's telling me to do. But you're also the same person that's just telling me straight up either way to disobey my parents, because they were the ones that told me to stay home. It's just so all over the place. It's not even funny. Even my own little brother, always fighting. They don't listen to me half the time anyway. Remember what I told you earlier. They made me stay up an extra 2.5 hours when we were supposed to be sleeping earlier to get up for church, and I only got 5 hours of sleep. Literally, I can't come back here during the weekends. I can't. And they think that I'm just not supporting them, I'm disrespecting their religion. No, I'm not. That's exactly why I'm not coming, so I don't disrespect. I don't do any of the things that you guys do anymore. I don't pray anymore. I only pray in my own time every now and then. I don't do it every single moment like you guys do. That's just not for me, bro. I already created my own belief system. But you don't care. You don't want to hear me out because you already have a fixated mindset. You're already brainwashed thinking that anything and everything I say is either wrong or I'm being misjudged, or you probably unironically think I'm brainwashed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at another brainwashed person trying to tell me that I'm brainwashed. At least I can admit I'm brainwashed. I was brainwashed. But you can't. And that's the thing. You can't. Once and for all. I might continue to repeat this a few more times even. I'm never going back to my mom's place during the weekends. I can't do it. Maybe within the exception if my older brother from Texas comes and visits. Other than that, even I still would not really go. You don't respect my decision. You don't respect the way that I think. You think that I just want to lay around and do whatever I want. Bro, there's a reason why most of the time I'm just stuck in a corner. You guys don't allow me to experience life for what it is, or I'm too afraid that you guys are going to be easily paranoid. Easily overprotective. I've lived the majority of my life having to cater to you guys. Cater to you guys' thoughts, you guys' feelings, everything. And the moment that I start prioritizing and thinking for my own future, you guys are the same ones that talk about, oh, I need to start thinking and prioritizing my future. But the moment I do that, now it's a problem, it's an issue. You pray on my downfall indirectly. What do I do? Should I just die? Bro, just tell me to die then. I'd rather these people be freaking honest with me. I can't take it anymore. Dude, just be honest with me. Just tell me to die. I'm serious. I'd rather you just say that than you doing these mental gymnastics, Jackie Chan style bullshit of, you can't, you should prioritize yourself, but not like that though. 26-year-old man going through this bullshit. And it's only me going through that too. I think, at least in this particular moment, it's so funny that even if I'm autistic and I think differently, it's like they don't know, or they don't even think that I don't process things different. They don't think that I feel things differently. I move way different from the average person, but they get upset when I don't think like the average person. But when I empathize with some people, now that's a problem too. It's like I can't do anything. Dude, just tell me to die, okay? It's better for you to just say that to me. No, seriously. No. I'm not just saying that just to say that. I'm really just saying it because That's just what it is sometimes. Sometimes some of these people don't really want to see me live. They don't want to see me thriving and successful and doing my own thing. They don't. They only want to see me do my own thing, what caters to them, what they want to see me do. They don't want to see me actually do my own thing. Because the moment that happens, it's like the Empire State Building completely collapsed. Oh my goodness, dude. How does so many cycles keep happening? And why do I keep attracting weird people into my life, man? It's exhausting.